Losers can't stand man winning. It's a cold world, man's chilling. Out here you have to find your way. Put the work in. Don't be asking man for a bringing. Don't do that.
Time to hit the road for the belly. Yeah. I might risk it all.
Hey everyone, it's me, Blackst. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about shit schools. If you're from the UK, you're definitely going to be able to relate to this. If you're from the US, then you might be able to relate to a few things, but it might seem a little bit different because, you know, the education system, school system is different all around the world. It's not just the same thing. The title of the video anyway goes by how to tell if you went to a shit school. Primary school, secondary school, upper school, it doesn't matter what school, even college, you might be able to relate to this. Without further ado, let's actually get into this video. Now, I don't know with you, but every single textbook which I used at school either had graffiti, drawings of massive cocks. You skip to page 69 and it has a massive spoiler. If you read Of Mice and Men, 99% of the time, you open the front page before you even get to the intro of the book. It will say, George shoots Lenny. And I probably spoiled it for you lot that are in like year 10, year 11 that are reading that right now. Like, there'd be so many like ripped out pages, like the freaking front page, it wouldn't even have a front page on the book. I mean, I was responsible for, like, you know, drawing swastikas in my own textbook. Now, this is actually a decent thing, but it doesn't work. In my middle school, we had this thing, when I was in year 8, we had this thing called zero tolerance. So basically, no bullying, no fighting, no play fighting, anything to do with that, you get in a lot of trouble. Now, the problem with that is, most people around that age, around 12 to 13, are immature as fuck. They don't know what they're doing. You're never going to get a mature 12-year-old, 13-year-old. Of course, there's going to be like 12-year-olds running around thinking that they're in WWE, play fighting, benching people. They also did an assembly, which I will get onto and talk about assemblies a little bit later. They also did an assembly about benching people and how it could break somebody's neck. It's benching, for fuck's sake. Everybody got benched. I got benched at school. I benched someone. Everybody's benched someone or has been benched at school. If you didn't, then you're lying to yourself. That's just a way of life in the UK at school. Everybody got benched. And they were making it out to be like it's the worst thing ever. Like you got pushed down a mountain or something. Now, I don't know with you, but assemblies were probably the most boring, crappiest, useless pieces of shit ever. Sometimes there would be a good assembly where you have some freaking washed out band trying to get their reputation back and just performing their shitty ass music, and it gets you out of a lesson, out of a terrible fucking lesson. Sometimes you get something which is important, like exam dates or something like that, but most of the fucking time, assemblies are the most pointless and boring shit ever. You'd pay attention in assemblies, but you really didn't care, didn't you? You just like staring in the air, you were just like daydreaming, probably like thinking, how the fuck do I get out of this place? And another thing which really, it didn't annoy me, but it's the way how they done it. Okay, so in my upper school, they had a video in assembly where they had someone, let's say they lost their leg in an accident, and then they run a marathon, and then they win the marathon. A really great, inspiring story. But then at the end of the video, they twist it a little bit. If this one person who lost a leg in an accident and wins a marathon, then you can do the same. You can achieve your grades, just like this guy achieved his marathon win. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? If anything, this is making me even more less motivated to get my grades. Now, I never got myself into a fight at school, and whenever a fight happened at school, it was like zombies swarm into that one survivor. Jesus Christ. You see a fight happening, you see like half of the school run into the playground or run into the field to crowd around and watch the fight, and most of the times, people can't even throw hands properly. They're just flailing their arms around like clickers from The Last of Us. They look like spastics, okay? I was always the person that missed the fight, yeah? And whenever I got to see the fight, and whenever I did see a fight, it would get broken up by someone. So I had no luck by watching fights. But in year 10, I had a front row seat to this fight. Like, it was right next to me, and it wasn't the best fight ever. It was a very messy fight. Like, I might do a story time video, or I might not even explain it in a story time video, but basically it went from 0 to 100 quick, and then everybody started screaming. It was just the funniest thing ever. I swear to God, corridors, especially like when it's lesson time in the morning, in middle school and upper school, it was hell. In my middle school, it was mostly like a how do I explain it? There was like it was a massive building, and there was loads of staircases, and there'd be always that one little fucker that's blocking everybody at the stairs. Like at the bottom of the stairs or at the top of the stairs, and it's literally barricading everybody, and people are like getting trampled on, they're falling down the stairs, people are getting punched. You know, it's just going off. Like, there's teachers like just standing there, and I'm just thinking, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you standing there for? Like, are you gonna do something? Like, you try to like avoid it, but you can't avoid it. Everybody is getting thrown about. You're probably gonna get hit as well. It's just crazy. Remember that one scene in World War Z when everybody's climbing the wall from the zombies? That's what it was like to get into class in middle school. Now, my upper school had the shittest budget ever. I'll tell you a little story. My maths department couldn't afford glues. It got to a point where one of my maths teachers had to go out to Sainsbury's and buy glues out of his own money. Seriously, the school budgets are completely shit. My maths department can't even afford glues, let alone books and equipment and pencils. They can't even afford Pritt stick glues. They might not be able to afford new books, new pencils, new things that are actually useful to people, new paper and everything like that. But no, they'll spend countless amounts of money on getting a new uniform and putting a new building in. Definitely, they'll have all the money to spend on buildings and new uniforms, but they won't care about books or nothing like that. No, they won't care about useful things for the students. They'll just stick a freaking logo on their bin or stick a logo on a bag and then just sell it to everybody and say that's the most essential thing that you need. I mean, it's fucking bullshit. Toilets were a fucking death trap in school. I never, ever, ever went to the toilet in school. Every single fucking toilet looked like EDP went to the freaking toilet and flooded it.
Yeah, I just took a mean ass shit in Chipotle, and I've been holding this shit for almost what, 15, 16 hours.
And then there's be a toilet that's completely blocked all the time. It's the most disgusting thing. Like, if you're going into that toilet, then you are insane. Seriously, you have got the biggest balls in the world, whether you're a man or a woman. You've got the biggest balls in the world to go into a school toilet, because school toilets are completely fucking disgusting, and I'd rather fucking piss and shit in a sewer. Seriously, fuck going into the school toilets. It's a death trap. PE teachers can be some right fucking dickheads, you know. I mean, in upper school I was lucky because most of the PE department, if not all of the PE department, was really good. But in middle school, I swear to God, like a couple of them, they were like rejected players out of a football team or something like that. They must have been rejected by some Premier League club, and then they thought, oh, I turned pro, but then I got injured. You know that story? I swear, they think they're drill sergeants or something like that. I mean, you're not going to get anything out of kids by, you know, getting them to do something by fear. If anything, that's not going to make him do it, you know what I mean? The amount of times I tried to get my mum to sign my planner to get me out of PE was crazy. Like, I just hated PE, man. They just shout at you for no reason. Like, you're not jogging enough. They'll shout at you, oh, keep running, keep running. I'm like, fuck you, man, I'm running. Another thing which is pretty bullshit about school, PE kits. Okay, most of the time I bring my PE kit in. In upper school, it was like really, they didn't really care, to be honest, especially like if you're in year 10 or year 11, you can wear what you want, like just wear a t-shirt, shorts and trainers and then you're good to go. But if it was like in middle school, if you didn't have your PE kit, then you had to borrow the fucking disease-ridden, AIDS-ridden fucking clothes which are on the fucking floor, and God knows who's fucking wore them. It could be the dirtiest, stinking motherfucker that wore that before, and it's got all of his sweat, all of his nastiness and that, right? And they don't even wash that shit. When somebody asks, do you wash your clothes? They're like, yeah, we wash our clothes. Of course we wash our clothes. They're not smelly. Like, have you lost your sense of smell or something? Look, I'm not wearing that shit. I wasn't gonna wear that shit. I'd rather just wear my fucking uniform. I know in the end you'll get fucking sweaty. You'll probably get dirty and shit, but it's worth taking a risk, and probably you'll have another fresh shirt to wear in the morning, so it doesn't even matter. So that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed that one. I did get inspired by Grade A Under A to do this video, and I know a load of people are going to say, oh, you're a clone of Grade A Under A. Also, I'm talking about my experiences as well, so, you know, we can all relate on this one, and we could all probably make a video on it if we all wanted to. So that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new, tap the little bell so you never miss an upload, and you'll always be notified when I upload as well. Follow me on Twitter, link is down below in the description. Other than that, have a great day. My name's been BlacksTV, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Don't do that.
Trying to hit the road for the belly, yeah, yeah. I might risk it all for the belly, yeah, yeah. You can lose your dog for the belly, yeah, yeah. Run up in the yard for the belly. See me, I ain't nothing like your man, them. Mashworks that go get the grands in. Gotta make peace, otherwise it's a bang bang.